Hello guys and welcome back to the channel and welcome to our brand new playthrough. Oh, and I'm super excited to share this one with you today. I've been putting in so many hours into this project and I think the save at the moment's on around 70 hours. And then I've kind of done around 30 hours of recording. Granted, a lot of that probably didn't need to be recorded. Oh, I haven't played this game in, I don't know, over a year or so. I can't remember what update it was back then, but we're on 1.1 now and there's kind of loads of features and I haven't even played it all the way through. I think I've only ever played up into kind of automating computers. I've not really set up trains before because in the past they've used, I think, heavy modular frames and I just never really got to that point, but I think they're a bit more accessible now, so we're definitely going to be getting into kind of trucks, trains, all the different like logistical options that are available. But we're going to go ahead and get the hub down straight away just to get things moving because we've got a lot to get through today, a lot to show you, and I don't really want to bore you with all the kind of early game stuff. So after getting the hub down and using what resources we started with to just get a couple of basic machines down, we've just gone to explore because I don't really want to handcraft any items, and finding crash sites is definitely the best way of finding resources early game. And we definitely want to be getting a few hard drives early on before we unlock any later tiers, because if you're not aware, when you scan a hard drive you're limited to what tier you're at, so you can't scan for alternate recipes for tiers that are locked. So having a few scanned before you unlock any tiers, it means you get them kind of early game alternate recipes like stitched iron plates, iron screws, all that good stuff pretty easy. So we'll definitely be doing that.
All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for future analysis, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission.
And this is some beautiful parkour, I'm not gonna lie.
Parkour! 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 Parkour!
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving Fix-It production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
We're definitely going to be grabbing all the slugs and mercerspheres and sloops we come across because we want to be stockpiling them. Because by the time we come to use them later game, we want to have a nice kind of stockpile built up ready.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application. Store it for later use.
Alright, so out exploring we came across some Caterium, so I was just crafting up some portable miners to chuck down, just to get us a few stacks going to start researching on the MAM once we get back. Alright, just while that Caterium's building up, we'll go for a little explore down here. Which brings me on to my next topic of arachnophobia mode. And we have got it on because I am not, I hate spiders. And especially big ones that jump at you in games. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not too happy about the cats either, because this cat looks exactly like my cat at home, and having to kill him is not fun. But it's better than these spiders
Samples
jumping
of
at you.
unknown alien species acquired. Initial data suggests these are predators, but notably they do not.
Why did they have to meow? Why?
There are,
Why?
however, numerous cavities
makes
on
it
their
worse.
head which could fulfill a similar function.
Oh,
Preserve the remains for later study.
oh, kitty. I'm sorry. Alright, so now we've got a nice healthy amount of resources. We can start automating some things. Looks like I say, I really don't want to handcraft anything, or very limited stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. And like I said earlier, it's been a while since I last played Satisfactory, so prizes if you can spot the mistake here. Yep, I forgot the smelter. Anyway, with all that set up, we'll skip any more embarrassment and get logistics unlocked. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Our first launch. And that is just going forever because we haven't built the space elevator yet.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes.
Oh, Jesus.
Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Okay. That's definitely not calming down. I'm not gonna lie, Ada. That has put the stress on all them people. Thinking of all them people relying on us. Especially and the kittens as well. We've gotta save the kittens. Alright, so now we got the logistics unlocked. We've gone ahead and just doubled the concrete production that we've got going on, just because that's the kind of main material we'll be waiting on to get this main, or the starter factory going. But with that little bit of concrete we built up, we can go ahead unlock the base building. So we unlock all the foundations and good stuff like that.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
Awesome, and having the foundations unlocked means we can get to the top of this mountain a lot easier using the Super mode. Zoop our way to the top. So I'm pretty sure there's a hard drive up here. There is. Awesome. Ouch. This is a big boy. Retreat. Eat. Come and fight me like a man. I mean, it'd help if I actually hit him. Oh!
Parkour.
I guess he don't want to fight. I guess he don't want to fight no more. Just gonna go round and scoop up all these goodies. And then we'll go ahead and get the power down for this hard drive. Just a few biomass burners later. We'll get that unlocked. Awesome. Another hard drive for the collection. So whilst we're out exploring, we came across this cave and I know what's coming. So I'm a bit scared, but obviously there's goodies in here as well, so we gotta be strong. Gotta be strong and progress. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Spawned in at once. Awesome. I just don't like how they all stand off watching, and then like they kind of sneak round the back of you and oh god, horrible. Oh.
Die, man! Oh no, he's dead. Oh, what have I done?
Actual visual representation of me killing these stingers with arachnophobia mode on. It's like I'm killing them, and then I've just got a picture of a cat just staring at me, all sad like. But yeah, whilst we're going to get some SAM, we're going to get some quartz, so we can get that researched in the MAM as well. And you can see I'm having real problems with my inventory size. Oh, so heading back out the cave now, and what the... Nope. Like, come on.
No, nope. You know I'm gonna follow?
Yep.
My instincts.
Gonna get my summer sloop and I'm gonna be on my way. I'm not messing with them.
The effigies ripples through our temples, our veins nearly touch. He is shy, notes shall be taken and played.
From a certain perspective, your brain looks like it is processing language, but there is no auditory data. If you are hearing voices that are not mine, this is no cause for concern. It is a common side effect of extreme pressure and stress.
Well, no wonder I'm stressed. You said I've got all these millions of people relying on me. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't sign up for this.
Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized is compatible with the human digestive system by Fixit, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
So I finally found the lizard doggo cave, and obviously I knew the blade runners used to spawn in here, but I've already unlocked them now, so it was kind of a bit pointless coming in here. I'd kind of already been out from base a while at this point, so my inventory is pretty full, so we just kind of start heading back, to be honest, so I don't really spend too much time in here. But a funny story on the way in, I passed 4 hatches and I was like, yeah, these aren't too bad, you know, if you take them one at a time. These are pretty manageable. So yeah, as we're heading out of the cave, I thought I'd take the time to show you how to not deal with hatches. So as you can see, we've come up here and we've activated the first hatcher. So would you A, deal with that hatcher, or B, go and aggro another hatcher? Correct. B, go and aggro another hatcher. Upon aggroing the other hatcher, would you then A, fight them 2 hatchers, or B, back up into the 3rd hatcher while still fighting the first 2? B, correct. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how to deal with hatches. So after that embarrassing display, we quickly made our way back to our body. And then I was feeling brave enough to take on the big boy by this hard drive. So just had a few hatches to deal with first, and I landed a bit short on that slide, I'm not going to lie. But we can still sneak in here and quickly get rid. We'll just retreat, eat our nuts. And then we got to take out the other hatcher. Oh, baby, look at that slide. Smooth, baby. Now it's time for the big boy. Ow. Retreat, eat the nuts, eat the nuts. Loot, loot, loot. Can't forget the loot. It's not like it's going anywhere. Now the reason I keep bringing out my power line is because I'm just pressing 1 because I've been playing a lot of June recently, so I'm just pressing 1 to change hotbar. Change your weapons with like 1, 2, and 3. Not any of the numbers really. So yeah, I keep pressing the numbers to change to me nuts and me basher. So that's why I'm constantly pulling out the cable there. Peak content, 10 out of 10. Oh hell no, that's a different type of kitty. What the hell is that? Oh my god. Oh, see ya. Well, that was easy. Now time for the other guy. Can we do the same? Oh, see ya. Wee. I love cheesing. Oh my! Oh, he's still alive. That's disgusting. I think that's one of the big stingers. Oh god. Disgusting. Does mean we can go back for this Mercer sphere though.
This is a shrine to windows and weeping. We watch the waves of the effigies in the shallows passing through the windows, and they're all the same. There is no resonance growth. Sing.
I just called the Fix-It doctors. They told me there is definitely no danger from repeat exposure to these signals. In fact, they said it is good for you. I apologize, but the call dropped suddenly, otherwise they would have told you themselves. The good news is you should run towards these strange and dangerous looking objects whenever you find them. Doctor's orders.
Alright, so we're back from our big adventure. We've unlocked a load of things in the MAM. We've unlocked a load of milestones. We've been researching hard drives. I did find some heavy modular frames which we can chuck in the sink. So we went ahead and did that just so we can start unlocking some stuff in the awesome shop. So I want to unlock the concrete foundations for starters. And then we'll see what else we can get as with the points. Now I could be using the DNA capsules, but I'm holding on to all my animal remains till I've unlocked the summer sloop processing. I think you can quadruple the output from the remains using summer sloop, so I'm kind of holding on to all my slugs. I'm holding on to all the remains until I've unlocked the summer sloop and we kind of maximise how much we get out of all of that. So we've got a decent amount of tickets, so we don't actually have to use any of the remains. The heavy modular frames probably got us enough for now. So there we go, we've got exactly 28 coupons worth in the basket, so we'll go ahead and buy that. Not forgetting the coffee cup, the most important item in the game.
Unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups. They have been known to explode.
And now we can have a well-earned brew.
Unauthorized
Lovely.
Fix-It coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official Fix-It products can be licensed for your use from official Awesome Shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official Fix-It supplies, guaranteed.
Alrighty, so now we've done all the exploring we need to do. We've got everything unlocked. We can go ahead and start getting some buildings down. So first of all, we're going to get the space elevator down because we still haven't placed it. But we've got the smart plane ready to go straight in as soon as we get this placed down. So we're going ahead and placing it on this kind of big rock in the middle of the two rivers here. So it's a really nice place to put it, and then we'll obviously kind of come back later and make it look all nice and blend it into the surrounding area a bit better. For now, we'll just enjoy this beautiful, beautiful animation. Here it comes. Shoop. Beautiful.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
Oh, Jesus. Really piling the pressure on now, like. I don't really think Fix-It cares about humanity, but I've got a weird feeling. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but Alright, and these zip lines are way too fun. Like, I don't know when they were added, but I'm slowly getting the hang of it. It saved me so much time. And it's helped so much getting up to the different levels of this build using the zip wire. And you might see at points I've just got zip wires going here, there and everywhere. Kind of building this has been so hard, I'm not going to lie, without any flying or anything like that. Oh, the pain. And we can go ahead and load our smart plating now. Awesome.
Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of project assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore and exploit for a better fix-it future.
And send. Ooh. Oh, being pulled back, it's been primed. Oh wow. Oh, it's being built. Well, that was awesome. And I think it is important to kind of take the time to watch these little animations because you see they have put them into the game, so just kind of taking the time to appreciate it. Definitely worth it. Alright, with the next phase unlocked, we're going to head and get some stuff unlocked straight away. One of them being the Xenobashers, because this is such a huge upgrade. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Awesome. And then we're going to go ahead and get the blueprint designer unlocked. Blueprints is something we're definitely going to be using over the course of the series. We're going to be kind of tweaking and amending and improving as we go along and slowly kind of build up a collection of blueprints. So building these structures will become kind of really quick, and we'll hopefully kind of have like interchanging PCs and all that kind of stuff. So all I'm doing at the moment is I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put the machines. I've got a list of obviously the amount of machines I need and what each machine's going to produce. So obviously I want to keep machines that are producing the same item grouped together. I don't want like a big line of assemblers. I want to kind of break them up into different groups to kind of conform to the terrain a bit better. Placing these first assemblers in a bit of an L shape, and then that takes us up to the next level, which is a different terrain height again, which means we can kind of set these assemblers back. I'm also leaving an 8-meter high gap as well between the floors, just so I've got plenty of room for kind of logistics and that kind of stuff, because I don't want any of the logistics showing. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and got the final 4 assemblers in to the left now, and I've just extended the bottom L shape out, so we've got the 5 assemblers down there doing reinforced iron plates, and then the 2 to the left down on the bottom floor will be doing the smart plating, and then the 4 that I've just placed will be doing rotors and modular frames. So now that the assembler is in, we're going to work back again to the constructors, and we're going to go ahead and get them in on this side. So over on this side, I've got around 25 constructors to fit in. So I'm just extending this platform here just to see how many I can fit in at this terrain height. I've got 12 constructors producing iron wire, and then 6 producing iron plates, and then the final 4 producing rods. And then I've got one constructor. I've got one constructor doing cable, but because I kind of was a bit tight for room, I haven't actually put the constructor back in yet. Alright, so now the assemblers and constructors are in. We're gonna work back to the smelters and get them in now. And again, with like all my other machines, I've just kind of spaced them out a bit, just so they've got a bit of room to breathe. I think it adds to a bit of realism, potentially. And it adds a bit of depth to the build instead of being like stacked side to side. Well, that's just my personal preference. Alright, so we're just getting the last constructors in. We're getting 12 in to do concrete, and then we're getting 10 above that to do our screws. And there you have it, guys. We've got all our machines down now. And as you can see, we've got 6 constructors producing 120 iron plates a minute. We've got 4 constructors next to that producing 60 iron rods a minute. And then sitting above that, we've got our 12 constructors producing 500 wire a minute. And then at the top right of the factory, we've got 10 constructors producing 500 screws a minute. Below that, we've got our 12 constructors producing 180 concrete a minute. And then moving on to our assemblers. Starting at the bottom, we've got our smart plating at 4 a minute. And over on the right, we've got 4 assemblers, 2 producing 4 rotors a minute, and the other 2 producing 10 modular frames a minute. And then finally underneath, we've got our 5 assemblers producing 25 reinforced iron plates a minute using the alternate recipes. Now, some of these numbers might be a little bit off. Obviously, I'm not going for 100% efficiency. I've kind of just gone into Satisfactory Calculator, put in what ore I want to use, like how much ore I want to use, and kind of work from there, and just played around with the numbers until it sort of balances out. So I'd probably say it's at like 95% efficiency, but I'm really not too bothered. I'm more bothered about how it looks, because all these items are going to build up over time, and once we've got the industrial storage with kind of dimensional depots on top of them, then we shouldn't have to worry about any of this. It's only kind of a starter factory to produce the items we need to build other factories, if you get me. So now with all the machines down, we finally get onto decorating and detailing, which is my favourite part, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I've skipped all the belt work. If you do want to see any of the belt work, then definitely let me know and I'll include it, or I'll do like a separate video. That's absolutely fine. Like I say, I've got 25 hours of recording and footage, and I've whittled it down to about an hour, so there's plenty of unseen footage. So here we are using one of the first blueprints we've made. This is just like the end cap for an 8-meter high window. And like I say, I'm going to be tweaking these and kind of improving, just so they all kind of fit together a bit nicer for the look I want, but just kind of nudging this into place. Obviously, it just kind of takes a bit of getting used to for the first one, but it does kind of speed up as we go along. But I think that's all lined up in place now. And this is the version with the bottom light on. I do make a version with a top light on, and that just kind of hides the sandwich layer between the floors. Just kind of hides all the conveyors and stuff, which is perfect. And just like that, we've done a wall, and that would have taken so much longer without the blueprint. So that gives you a bit of an idea of the look I'm going for, I think. So I'm just assessing this corner and how best to finish it off to blend it into the other window. And that is what I came up with, and I think that looks pretty well. Just kind of extended it and then tucked it in before we get to the other window. And I think Bean approves. Yeah. Alright, so I've gone ahead and made a slightly taller version for the assembler levels. This is a 12-meter high version. And when I say 12 meter, I mean kind of 12 meter in the gap. I'm pretty sure. Well, I know what I mean. I think it's a 12-meter like from ceiling to floor. That's how I've measured it. But as you can see, it's so easy to just kind of snap down a wall and... We're moving over to the smelter side just because I wanted to get some quick progress down using this same 12-meter wall. And alright guys, we're getting very close to the end of the video here. And before we get into the walk around, I just wanted to say a few words and just thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel by watching the video. And this has been an absolutely massive project for me and I've loved every second of it. And if you've enjoyed it as much as me, then make sure you show your support down below, hitting that like button, smashing the subscribe button. And if you've got any questions or you need any advice on building or anything like that, or if you want to see any tutorials on how I've done certain stuff that you've seen in the build, then definitely let me know and I'll be more than happy to help out. And if you want to support the channel out even further, I do have a Patreon down below and I will be posting the world saving blueprints down there for Patreon members. But if that's something you're not able to do, that is absolutely fine. Just being here watching the video already means so much to me. So with all that out of the way, I think it's about time we jump into the world and I'll give you the grand tour. We are live and rocking and rolling. So expect mistakes. Oh, like taking pictures. So this is it, the completed build, and I am I'm so happy with it. I've been looking forward to sharing it with you guys for so long. It's taken so long. It's probably been a couple of weeks in the making, I'm not gonna lie, but I think you can all agree that it's absolutely worth it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not 100% completed and I don't think it will be for a while. I think it's about time we moved on, and I've already started work on a steel factory plant which we're going to be connecting with trucks, and I've also started a coal power plant just so we could like power this essentially. But they are for future episodes, so if you do want to see them, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I've taken another picture. Excellent. It's because I'm in photo mode. Okay. Let's go out of photo mode. Actually, let's stay in photo mode. So I'll just quickly show you where we are on the map. We started in the Rocky Desert. I didn't really kind of go through that in the beginning. I realised that now. I've not really started here before, so I thought I'd start here. I think the area is absolutely beautiful and there's some really cool building locations and cool terrain we can build along and around. So this is why I kind of picked this area, but we are definitely going to be building all over the map. I've already got an idea for the desert that I really want to build. I can't wait to build, but I don't even know what I'll build down there. I don't even know what resources are in the desert. So if you've got any ideas, it's basically going to be a big pyramid, but kind of deconstructed. So it's got kind of like bits sticking out, almost like a transformer pyramid. I might be explaining it really badly, but I know what I mean in my head, I swear. But enough of the future plans. Let's get straight into the building at the entrance here. Got these beautiful, beautiful windows. Now obviously it's not 100% completed, I still need to put lights down and kind of in these gaps, stuff like that, but like I say, I think we need to kind of move on a bit. But it's pretty much there, I think. So I'll just come out of photo mode and show you what we've got up here. So I think we've got the iron wire here. The 12 constructors producing the iron wire. And then over in this area, I've just kind of like built around the terrain a bit. And then down here we've got our iron mine, one of our iron nodes with a Mark II miner on. Just going into the smelters there, and then the other one is just over here. Again, just kind of leaving this exposed rock so it's kind of feels properly built into the terrain. Still need to put a wall here. And I love these skylights. Oh, they're so cool. I love this whole build, like, damn. I think I really outdid myself with this one. I don't think, I think I've set the bar too high for myself. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to compete with this. That's why I'm kind of really just taking my time and walking around and showing you all the little details, because there is, I've literally, like, obviously hand placed most of these blocks. Obviously I've used blueprints for the windows and stuff, but each curve and each little detail I've thought about, and hopefully you can kind of see that. Well, that comes across. And here we have the Patreon skylight. And speaking of Patreon, I do want to thank the current Patreon member, Mr. Green. We're definitely going to have like a wall somewhere for the Patreon members. You can kind of see the top bits of the factory. I mean, I'm calling it a factory, but is it a factory? Right, so obviously this is like the lobby area. We've got all the belts over here, so everything that's being produced is being fed to this level below me, and then fed up, and then eventually I'm going to feed them into a storage system with dimensional depots, but obviously I've not got that far yet. That's why none of the belts are moving and everything's kind of backed up. But we will head upstairs first, I think. And holy moly, these elevators are a game changer. I love them. I absolutely love them. So obviously we are on the lobby floor now. So we'll go up to the hub first. And damn. Kind of sunken it in, and I'm not too sure how I feel about it, because obviously it does clip in a little bit, but I think it's still at a reasonable height. Like the tools are still above ground. So kind of just blends it in a bit more. I feel like they should do a version without all of this metal grating. Or the OCDs in ours. Because obviously it's a building you need to have. But it's one of the only ones that don't really snap to a foundation. Or sit on a foundation nice. So that is the hub. And then coming down here. This was a very quick job, I'm not going to lie. If you saw this area before, it was just a bunch of storage containers everywhere and anywhere. And all the different workbenches dotted between. But I kind of had to quickly get tidied up for the video because I couldn't leave it a mess. So obviously still a bit of work to do up here. And a hole in the ceiling up there. Lovely. Still need to do the signs everywhere. I need to change this one because it just, obviously, I think I need concrete facility or something. I'm not too sure on this dual design whether to just have open spaces like archways. So obviously we've got the MAM, we've got the crafting bench and the workbench, and I love this. This is so cool. I've managed to kind of enclose it but still keep this back door with kind of steps going down. And I think that's acceptable clipping. I think that's... I'm telling myself that and I'm sticking to it, okay? And don't worry about this. This is just a temporary concrete storage container that I was just using to build. This will be moved upstairs eventually with the rest of the storage that I haven't built yet. Moving on. I'll just show you this window. One of the views. Oh, and I love the sound of walking into glass now. So funny. Ignore that. Oh, yeah, and just a little ladder access to my temporary storage at the top. So, hopping back into the elevator, we will go up to the sky bridge. Can't remember which side this comes out. So, we're up at the sky bridge, and I've just kind of raised... I've gone like one higher on some of the elevators just to give them a bit of an accent and make them stand out a bit. And yeah, like I say, unfinished bits everywhere, but I really wanted to get this video out. I was so excited to... I shared it on Reddit, and the love that he was getting on there and stuff. I was like, oh, I really need to get the video out and share it with YouTube, and hopefully it does well. And hopefully a lot of people see it. If you just take this build out of Satisfactory, I think it's just a really unique building on its own, and I think it's just really cool. Anyway, coming across the sky bridge, I've just kind of done this S shape, just so it wasn't... I was going to do straight across, but, you know, that would have been boring, and, you know... So I came up with this little S design. Got all these different little viewing angles into the factory. Really, really cool. And I really love this big archway, just kind of the real statement to the build. Just see it for miles. Didn't actually show up there, but obviously it's just an elevator leading up, and then that's just going to be for a future build, I think. But over the other side of the sky bridge, coming back down, we're going to go down one floor to the sink. And then this is another floor that I've really outdone myself. I really love the look of this area. I don't know why. Well, I do know why it looks... Oh, it looks so cool, that's why. Oh. Like I say, some unfinished bits here and there, just from when I was rushing. I apologise, I'm sorry. So just go in photo mode so we can get a bit more in the shot. That's just so cool. Again, just looking down, and you can see all the different floors, and obviously we'll go down there and explore them in a second. And then I thought I'd just make a bit of a statement piece of the sink. So just kind of raised it up a few foundations just to kind of accent it from the rest of the build, or the rest of this area. Again, just some really nice views. Lovely. So going down the floor. I'm out of photo mode. Now this is the concrete floor, but obviously it's the same floor as the hub and that. Obviously the hub's on the other side. But we can come out of here, and we've got these two cool little viewing platforms. You can see the miner down there. This is kind of one of my favourite angles in the whole build from up here. I mean, this black bar kind of ruins it, I'm not gonna lie. I'll have to fix that at another time, or kind of just get rid of it completely, actually. I think I prefer it without. We don't need safety barriers. And it'd be even cooler if the lifts were working. Or not backed up, I should say. But they are, so. And then just out here again, I'm not sure about the door, but we've just got another little kind of outside access area. Bit of a better view on the miner to see what's going on. So back in the elevator, we're going to go down a floor to the screws, which is just kind of a mirror of the floor we've just been on. Just minus 2 instructors, I think. Bit more open. And this is back to the lobby. As you can see, you just got these little steps going down here. Cute little path going down. And bringing us to the bottom of the belts. The belt lifts. I think I'll put like a bit of a proper balcony out here, overlooking the space elevator. And then I had a bit of a tight doorway here, so I've done an angled wall, just using the barriers. And I think this has given me a really cool idea for kind of a rounded octagon type build. So I think maybe for a turbo fuel power plant in the future, I think. Yes, the juices are flowing, the creative juices. Love it. I love it. I love it. So on this floor, I haven't really been talking about the machines, I don't think, but we've got the 6 iron plates and 4 iron rods at the end. And that is it for the constructors. So we'll head over to the lift again. We'll go down another floor. Got a little bit of clipping here, but for the sake of having an elevator or not having one, I think I can deal with it. Got the screws coming down on both sides. We've got 3 belts feeding the modular frames, I think. 280 a minute. And then we've got 2 belts coming down feeding the rotors for 200 a minute. And then they're kind of being fed up into the main lift in the middle. And then we've got a separate lift here just because we couldn't have a full lift going down because of the terrain. And this just takes us down to the lower assemblers, which I still need to name. So here we've got the smart plating assemblers, which have actually done the 1000 whilst we've been building this, and have turned them off now. Because I don't even know if we need smart plating again. We can probably turn these into the versatile framework once we've got the steel coming over by truck, because I'm going to have like a bit of a truck depot just the other side of this window here, just to bring in kind of local materials being processed locally. A lot of touching up to be done still, but kind of 90% there. And then here we've got 5 assemblers doing reinforced iron plates with the alternate recipe of the, or should be the alternate recipe. Yeah, stitched iron plates. We've got 2 feeding into the smart plating, and then 2 feeding upstairs into the modular frames, and then we've got 1 at the end just producing 5 a minute for personal use for belts and stuff like that, which is plenty kind of when you think about how much time I've spent building the actual factory. Obviously quickly backs up, and coming back over to the elevator, just kind of leaving exposed rock here and there just so you get reminded that you kind of real up close to the terrain here. And then been kind of a bit clever with the routing of the belts just so we can get these popping out at certain places, just as kind of a bit of a feature throughout the factory. And holy moly, I have never done so much talking. I think I've been talking now for about 3 hours. So if my voice sounds a little off from what it did at the start of the video, that's probably why. Right, okay. So I think that's pretty much it. So we'll go back up to the screws because that is the lobby floor. I think I've shown everywhere now. I was going to have a couple of spiders in here, but I think they despawned, so it's just a pit now. And hopefully I don't fall in it at some point. Again, just the thought gone into it. I've kind of built this lower floor a bit wider just so you can stand here and look up, because if they're all at the same depth, then the edge would be here and you wouldn't be able to look straight up and out of the skylight. So I've just kind of extended the bottom floor just so you can stand at the edge and look up. Just loads of little details like that, which hopefully does show up on the camera. You can kind of see. But there's been like loads of little these decisions, and hopefully it's come together to create one magnificent building. Alright guys, that's about it for today's episode. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. I really hope you've enjoyed the build and you like it as much as I do. I hope I've done it justice on the walk around and all the clips I've shown of it. And if you do want to see more of the build, I will be posting kind of more short form content very soon. So definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on that one. And I will be definitely trying to push the bar even higher in my future builds. And if this is the kind of satisfactory content you want to see, more focused on the looks of the factories and not kind of stressing so much on the numbers, then definitely stick around because that's what we're going to be doing. So with all that out of the way, I really can't wait to see you in the next episode. Ginge out.